Hello. So today I'm going to be talking about Otter, otherwise known as Otter AI. If you were to find it on a web browser, you would go to otter.ai and you would find it, or you can get the app on your phone. And what this is a recording app slash website, and it transcribes your interview or conversation or lecture, and it's all searchable text. So once you have it, once you do your recording, and it will transcribe live for you. So you will see the transcription coming through as you're recording. But once you're done, you then can search that transcription. You can click anywhere in the transcription and it will start playing the lecture or the recording back to you. And then there's a way to search text. There's an AI assistant that you can ask to summarize the recording, the lecture, the interview, whatever it may be. And you can even ask the assistant to clarify a few things the that happened in the discussion. First, what I want to show you is what you need to do first, and that would be to go to otter.ai. And so you'll see here you can sign in with a Google account, Microsoft, or Apple, or you can log in another way, create an account. Um, I already have an account, so I can go straight to that. And you will see here I already have a few folders, and that's what I suggest you do before recording is maybe create, if you wanted to just test it out, create a CSUN folder, and you can put a bunch of recordings in here. So I have one in there already, and this is the one that I'm going to test out with you guys today. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play a video on my iPad. This is it's someone explaining simple, compound, and complex sentences, learning English. But I'm going to record it on my phone through Otter here. So I will go in here to my phone, and so here we go. It's on my phone right here. I will go to, it's what's called channels. That's actually the folders. And I will go to my CSUN folder. It's pretty simple. And then what you do is you hit this microphone and it will start recording. So you're going to see that it's transcribing everything I'm saying live. It's recording it right now. And you can pause it, you can stop it, you could even turn the phone off and it's still recording. So you'll see you even have controls there if you want to check that out. But I am going to set my phone down here and then I'm going to start recording this lecture or this video on my iPad.
Sentence structures. There are three types of sentence structures: simple, compound, and complex. It's important.
Okay, so now I already recorded this entire video, so I do already have it. And this is it right here. This was the new one I was just recording. So you can see that there are two recordings in here. So if you're working on one project, you can, for example, I used to be a newspaper reporter. And so, like, I did this story on this World War II vet. So I have a couple interviews there. And here's my dad died recently, and so I have all this stuff with like the lawyer, different interviews, but you can basically put all your conversations into one folder. But I'm going to go to this one here, and this is the recording in its entirety. And you'll see there's a summary here. And this is like an AI overview. The conversation explains the three types of sentence structures: simple, compound, and complex. It goes on and gives a summary. There are various things that it breaks down, like understanding sentence structures, compound sentences, complex sentences. So it goes through the whole video and summarizes it. But we want to go to the transcript here. And here it is. This is the entire lecture. And what's cool about this is you can click anywhere and it will go to that part of the recording.
Remember the coordinating junctions that you use to join independent clauses.
Okay, so we can go
And
down
if
here.
it's a completed thought, this is a dependent
You
clause,
can
so this
speed
is
up.
not a thought.
Oh, it's not going to let me do it. Okay, so I used to have the paid version of this, and you can speed up or slow down. So if you were typing, you could slow it down. But because I don't pay anymore, they want me to reactivate it. You would be able to do that, but you can't hear. But what's cool about it is like when I was first a newspaper reporter, I used a tape recorder and you'd have to rewind, fast forward. This essentially you can skip anywhere. And let's say, for example, I wanted to find where does he start talking about compound sentences. I can do a Command F for find, type in compound, and it's going to go to anywhere in the text that has compounds. You could search with the arrow and see where all the sections where he talks about it. And let's just say you wanted this part here where he's talking about some other compound sense. You just click.
They each have more than one independent clause.
So yeah, so there you have the search tool. Now the other cool thing is you can type in various questions for the AI. Like I typed in here, what is this lecture about? And it told me this lecture is about three types of sentence structures in English, simple sentences, compound sentences. It broke it all down. I asked another question based on this lecture, what kind of sentences, although Matt was running late, he seemed relaxed. And the AI goes into that lecture and finds the answer. The sentence, although Matt was running late, he seemed relaxed, is a complex sentence. It has a dependent clause, essentially gives you all the information that it gave and it explains it in a pretty simplified way. So it's a very cool tool as far as like if I were a student and I wanted to record a lecture, or if I were a teacher and was going to some kind of seminar or meeting, I could get all my notes on there simply. The other cool thing is you can share your otters with other people and it will give them, if they have otter as well, it'll give them the whole transcription. So for example, I click share, I could type in their email address, and I believe you could text it as well. So you can copy the link and you could send it in a text. And so, a way that this works really well is that so as when I was a newspaper reporter, sometimes I would be on like the scene of a fire and I would interview like the person who owns a structure that is burning down. I can interview firefighters, and we would always have another reporter in the newsroom who was anchoring that story, typing it, maybe calling um, the fire department to get more information that they have back at the station. But I would get all my interviews and I would send them over. I would send my otters over to them and they would have it instantly. And they would have this transcription, they would have the audio, everything. So it's pretty cool. I don't know how you would apply that in a school setting, but it's just another tool that you have. But I feel like this could be a great tool for students and teachers alike. Quite honestly, once I started using this, I found it to really be a game changer. So that is Otter. Check it out. You will see that it is a really cool tool. So there you have it, Otter.